Hello, Sumate, you're welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you how to draft a basic skirt block with a back bum. So we'll be starting off by marking out half an inch so that we can have a reference point to start from. That is what I'm doing currently. So I'm marking out half an inch at the top of the paper. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. And if you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I've marked out the half an inch, and then the hip curve for this measurement is 7 inches. So I'm marking out 7 inches there. So I'm labeling that as the hip line, and then I also label the waistline too. Then the full length of this skirt is a short skirt is 23 inches. If you want the length of your skirt to be longer, please measure the appropriate length that you desire. So I'm marking out the 23 inches length. Now the waist of this block is 28 inches. So I will divide 28 inches by 4. That will give 7. So I'll mark out 7 inches. Then I'm going to add 1 inch for that allowance. This is optional, so you can decide not to add it. But if you want to, 1 inches is okay. Then I will add 1 inch allowance for seam. Then on the hip line, the hip measurement is 36 and a half. I'll divide that by 4 as well to give 9 1/4. So 9 1/4 plus 1 inch allowance. That is what I will measure out on the hip line. Now to get the measurement to put on the hem line, I'm going to deduct 1 inch from the hip measurement. You know, we got 9 1/4 for the hip measurement. Now I'll reduce it by 1 inch so as to make it tapered and and well cut out. But if you want it more fitted, and more pencil, you can deduct 2 inches from it, but that might limit your movement a bit. But if you want it to still be fitted and still be free, please, 1 inch is okay. So that is what I've done. So that means I'll be marking out 8 1/4, then I will add 1 inch allowance for seam. So I'm going to join out. So I'm joining the points together, as you can see. So I'll be doing that with a straight rule. You can use your free hand if you don't have a ruler. Just make sure that your points are joined together, and then make sure that any sharp edges, you adjust any sharp edges, you make it curved, especially at the hip line where you join the hip to the waist. Make it curved, don't make it sharp. So just use your free hand, or if you have a curve rule, just curve it out to give it that shape. And that's all for the front block. So I'll be cutting this out. So if you want to know how to take your body measurements accurately, I have a detailed video. The link is in the description below, where I explained how you can take your body measurements accurately. So just check the link, and then the video is going to be very explanatory and you will learn from it. So to get the back block, I've placed the front block on the back block. So at the waistline at the back, I'm going to add 1 inch of zip allowance to the back measurement. You can do 1.5 or 2 inches depending on you, but 1 inch is okay. And then at the hip line, we are going to come out by 1.5 inches, although you can do up to 2 inches depending on the hip measurement of the client. So if the client's measurement is about 44 and below, 44 inches and below, then 1.5 is fine. But if it is above 44 inches, then 2 inches is okay. That will give the bum allowance. That will give the bum the allowance. So I'm going to mark out 1.5 inches. Then at that point, we are going to be coming down from between 4.5 inches to 5.5 inches, depending on the size, how big the bum is. So for a medium size, you're going to come down by for a small size, come down by 4.5. For a medium size, from 5 to 4.5 to 5 inches. Then for a large size, 5.5 inches. But in this case, I'll be coming down by 4.5 inches. So you're going to be connecting that point where you came down by 4.5, you connect it to the hip line and then to the waistline. So that will give the back the bum illusion. So I'm going to be joining those points together and then I will cut the back measurement. So you can see that I didn't had any zip allowance to at that point towards the hem line. You don't really need any seam allowance at that point. Just watch what I'm going to do. And then you make sure that your all your points are not pointed. Make it curve so that you won't have issues when joining your fabrics together. So I'll be cutting this out. I'll just trace out the shape of the skirt and then cut out the back parts. So you might be worried that won't this affect the measurement of the back? Won't it affect the measurement of the skirt since we are not adding any zip allowance? No, your back pattern is not as big, as wide as your front block. So by the time you do this, it's going to compensate and then everything will just align together. So I've cut out the back block now and I've traced out all the sides. So what I will do now is to trace out the zip allowance at that point. So the 1 inch zip allowance I added at the waistline, I'm going to trace it out all through to the hem line. Just like I said, we didn't have any zip allowance towards from the hip line down to the hem line. Don't worry. Like I said, that the back part is not as big. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Your back parts, your back block is not as big, it's not wider, it's a little bit smaller than your front part. So this will compensate for it. Everything is going to align. So just mark out that 1 inch, the seam allowance, even the seam allowance you added at the waist, just mark it down, trace it down, follow the couture, follow the couture and then you trace it out, and that is your zip allowance for the back. So if you notice all those celebrity, whenever they wear their skirt or their fitted gown, it just stays put on them. This is the exact way their lower bodies is being drafted out. So it gives them that perfect fitting. So if you cut your skirt like this, you're going to have a very nice fitting. And so that is all for the back block. Now on the front block, I forgot to mention this. I usually come down by half an inch. This for the front block, half an inch and at the waistline. This will make your waist relax very well, and then it just has this nice fitting to your skirt. So just come down by half an inch and then you join it to the side like this. I'm sorry, I didn't know my camera wasn't capturing that place. Please just follow along. And that is also, I'm going to cut out that half an inch I drafted out. I'll cut that out so that will not add to your measurement. And that is all for our skirt block. I hope you enjoyed this. So I'm just labeling that. And again, if you want to add a band, like in this case, I didn't add a band. If you want to add a band to your skirt, you can either do a band of 1 inches to 2 inches. I'm going to be showing you shortly. So you can just cut out your band at the weight. So that is what I'm doing now. I just mark out the 1.5 inches. I'm going to be using 1.5 inches in this case. So I'll mark out 1.5 inches on each block. So you can either do it this way too, or when you want to draft the skirt initially, just remove the length of the band you'll be adding to the total length. Let's say you want to add a length, a a band of 1.5 inches. So, and then the length of your skirt is 23 inches. Just deduct 1.5 inches from 23 inches, and that will be the length of your skirt. And then you cut out your band. So this is just a simple way of making your skirt. I hope you enjoyed this class. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know when you also draft yours and let me know the outcome. Thank you so much for listening. God bless. Bye.